Yes.
And now that I led with that, welcome to the What the D-Pad podcast, the worst gaming news podcast on the internet. And my name is Evan Griffin, the video games editor on the website, and I am joined by, per usual, music editor Ryan, usual Belcher, Miles, and his coworker Tyler.
Hey!
One of them works for us, the other is just kind of around, and then we are met with John Winkler for the first time tonight.
Hi, everybody!
Everybody is me in the moderation, unless we get some people watching, but that's besides the point. And I just have Devil May Cry gameplay going on in the background, but I'm not actually playing it because there's actually a lot of stuff going on. So
In the game?
I have it playing on YouTube's.
What?
On YouTube's.
On the
You
YouTube,
kids-
on the Yubtubes.
You kids with your Googlers and your YouTubes. That's a Linkara quote, by the way.
That sounds like a Fargo
Just
character.
playing a YouTube video of goddamn Devil May Cry. God damn it.
I will play it later, but we got stuff to talk about.
Later.
We do. Should we start with just the opening question of what we've been playing recently?
I have been playing something that I did not put on this list. Link to the Past for the however manyth time, but that's because I was like, oh, I have the SNES Classic, and I haven't been using it, and I needed something a little familiar, and I still haven't touched Yakuza 0, so there's that.
I'm aware.
Yeah, other than that, I played Rise of the Tomb Raider on PC the other night.
I'm sorry.
I'm sorry.
What?
I'm sorry. He said, I'm sorry.
Oh, I caught him. I heard what he said.
That's Miles for real.
Yeah.
So what have I been playing lately? Well, I bought a laser pointer for my cat, and I've been playing with that. That's the game I've been playing.
You
this
left
week.
so hard it clipped the audio.
Sounds like an upgrade to Wii Sports, if you ask me.
Yeah.
All right. What is that? What has anybody else been playing?
John, I
the
think
video
you
games.
lost your audio.
Motherfucking DMC, baby!
You lost your audio, yeah.
Did we lose his audio?
You
guys
lost.
still hear me?
Yeah.
Am I back?
You yeah, you are. You clipped so hard you lost your audio.
I've been playing Devil May Cry and Monster Hunter World, now featuring Dante from the Devil May Cry series.
Dante's great.
He's a real cool dude with no character. I love it.
He's so devilish that he's flat.
So I'm a big fan of them bringing the trilogy to the PC because the Devil May Cry 3 port on PC was a fucking nightmare.
That's like many PC ports, but okay.
Yeah, it was bad. I mean, don't get me wrong. They brought back Devil May Cry 4 Special Edition, which is the greatest game that absolutely nobody asked for. But I'm kind of bummed that they included Devil May Cry 2 in this trilogy. Just as, like, I really wanted Capcom to just completely sandbag it. Like, nope, we're the Traveling Wilburys. We had Devil May Cry 1 and 3. I have no idea what you're talking about. What is 2?
That's a deep reference, Traveling Wilburys. Good for you.
You know?
He's full of them.
Not too bad.
Nobody particularly
Oh, God,
cared
get
for Devil May
mustard on
Cry
here.
2, from what I recall.
The game that I've been addicted to for the past, I'd say, year and a half now has been Titanfall 2 on the PlayStation 4.
Dude,
That-
how have we not been playing that? Because I had
know.
that and loved that game.
It's like the servers are dead. Yeah.
Are they dead?
Are they really? I think that
No,
almost
not dead, but there's like a solid 10 people on at any given time.
that's the beauty, because you don't really notice who else you're killing, because it's just, they have all those dummies that you always get, and the text of the player names are always so small, it doesn't even matter.
All I know is I love the shit out of that campaign, and the
do
bit of
too.
multiplayer that I played was cool.
I love the multiplayer. I expected, all I wanted for Titanfall 2 was to fill the Halo-sized hole in my heart, because I jumped from the 360 back to a Sony system, and I was sad I missed out on Halo 5 Guardians, but now I'm not so sad about it anymore.
Dude, you can just play the Forge mode for free on PC.
I'm not a PC gamer. I don't know. I barely have the time and the money. I barely have the time and the money to be a console gamer, let alone a PC gamer.
I'm
Yeah,
the last
it's a problem.
dying breed.
So
But,
does that mean you've never played Undertale before? You have to
Never
play
played
Oh my
Undertale.
God.
Yo.
No. Sorry. So I'll
Download
probably be getting it on the Switch.
It's coming out
Yeah,
on the Switch,
down-
I was about to say.
It's
Sure
on
is,
PS4.
Yeah.
I made Evan like it.
That's true. He gave it to me on my MacBook. That's how he got me to play it. He literally was like, "Here, we're just gonna put this game on here. No DRM or nothing. Just click on the heart and just go play." And
Yeah,
then
I did that a lot.
And then
How's Valhalla?
You're doing
it's
God's
sitting
work, my
right
son.
next to Honey Pop.
I bet. Also play Honey Pop.
You're doing God's work. I've been trying to wean myself off of Titanfall because I think I played that a little too much. So the past couple nights I've been playing Tekken 7 again, and I've forgotten how terrible I am at like basic fighting games because it's the campaign.
Nah, baby.
I
combo. That's all it's about. And if you
I
think that you're sucking at Tekken 7, just play as Akuma. It's Street Fighter. It's just fucking Street Fighter.
I play I've been stuck on the campaign level where I'm young Heihachi and I think I'm fighting like is it his wife who's possessed by the demon?
Is it a prequel?
Nope. It's his wife possessed by the demon Hado.
Yeah, it's a flashback scene. It's not a prequel, it's a flashback scene. I've been stuck on that
by the Devil Jin.
Devil Jin, basically, yeah. And I've been stuck in the multiplayer. I get my ass kicked so much on the multiplayer, but I still have fun playing with it every half an hour or so.
It's
And,
like any online fighting game, you're gonna get your ass handed to you.
Pretty
unless you
much,
play
yeah.
every day.
Like Tekken is stupid competitive. Tekken and Street Fighter, Tekken and Soul
Dragon Ball
Calibur
Fighters. Oh, Soul
has
Calibur,
a borderline toxic community just because of
Jesus.
how like. Kid, if you drop that combo, you're officially not from here. You know, like it's either you wake up, you are born good at Tekken, or you're just not. It's hard. That being said, yo, Gerald confirmed.
Yeah. So what's up with that?
Wait, I'm lost. Cue me in on this. What is this?
Gerald from the Witcher series.
Gerald from the Witcher series.
Oh, right.
For fucking Soul Calibur 6.
Honestly, I don't really care, but it kind of.
Attaboy.
I mean,
I know you're excited, but I could care less.
I'm just saying, like, I got into Soul Calibur because of like a crossover thing, but I think that they're maybe get at the point where they maybe want to rely a little too hard on that to sell the franchise. Because Soul Calibur 3 was a great game. What's up?
What, you think Soul Calibur relies on guest characters?
Yeah.
No.
That's how I got into it. I got into it with Soul Calibur 2 for the PlayStation 2, and I only got into it because Heihachi was on the cover. I'm like, another fighter game.
I only got into it because of Link being on the GameCube one, but besides like, they could sell it, I guess, no, you know what? I'm contradicting myself.
You know what that means? There's one person who got into Soul Calibur because it had Spawn in it.
Probably. Remember Spawn?
Remember how Spawn's coming back, apparently? How nobody asked for it?
Hey, you remember that movie? Let's find the trailer for the shitty Spawn movie.
Oh, you're going to bring up the trailer?
Do it.
And one more... And as far as on the Switch,
1997 CGI. Look at this shit.
New Line Cinema. This must have been one of the things that bankrupted them in the end.
Let me see how much this made.
I'm pretty sure it was the Lord of the Rings lawsuit.
This movie made $87.8 million for a $40 million budget, so it made a lot of money.
Yep, no, the first one was a success.
There was a second one?
Probably
an animated one, I would assume. They wouldn't spend money on
God, we're being listened to because the immediate recommended video is Nostalgia Critic Spawn review, where he's scowling.
Well, no, he just has good video, like CinemaSins does.
Yeah,
he has his moment. I think that if I know most people here are not fans of Nostalgia Critic. I'm lukewarm on him, but less so now. I know, Ryan, I know. But he did a really, really funny review of Gem and the Holograms a couple years ago. And it's the funniest thing he's done in like 3 or 4 years, I think.
I'm more of an angry video game nerd.
I have a
Wow.
friend who
you know how-
never goes to the movies, and he saw 2 movies in the year of 2015 just by random circumstance, and one was Star Wars: The Force Awakens, because of course it was.
That's
And-
Joey Dankowitz? Is that Joey Dankowitz?
No.
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 And
have a
then he
friend
saw
named
Gem
Joey
and the
Dankowitz?
Holograms. So he saw the least grossing movie and the most grossing movie of 2015 completely by accident.
Wonderful.
No. Here's how 1997 the Spawn movie is. The theme song was by Silverchair.
Aw,
Yo, you're
Silverchair.
1997 cinema. You guys remember the Godzilla movie by Roland Emmerich?
That's
That
a
was-
lot.
Yeah, I
Wasn't
saw that in theaters. Yeah.
Wasn't that
Okay.
98? Was that 97
You
or
know
was
what?
that
It was,
98?
it was 98, but the
was
important
98,
part
yeah.
the important part is Puff Daddy's "Come With Me," where they sample
No,
Led Zeppelin.
it's not just sampling. It's credited featuring Jimmy Page. He's
Jimmy
credited
Page
on the song.
plays actual guitar on the song. Yeah.
He's in the video. He's in the video you're playing right now. Unless
That's
that's
unfortunate.
The point being is that it doesn't work. Why is this featured in a Godzilla film?
Puff Daddy
Puff
would
Daddy
sample
was
anything.
humongous.
Okay, why was
Puff Daddy was
every-
humongous in like 1998.
Why
Can I
was
make-
every voice actor from The Simpsons in that movie?
I know.
Hank
I
Azaria.
And Harry Shearer was in there too.
Harry Shearer too.
And Nancy Cartwright.
This another music thing, but tell me if I'm wrong or not. Is DJ Khaled the Puff Daddy of the 21st century? Is that a
No,
right?
he's
Yeah.
way more talented than Puff Daddy ever was.
No, opposite. Puff Daddy's way more. At least Puff Daddy can rap. DJ Khaled doesn't even do anything.
I'm just glad that the
DJ
one
Khaled
that
seems like a
I'm just
nicer
glad that the
person
one
than
that
Puff
history
Daddy.
remembered was Seal, and he didn't even rap.
Hey man,
Seal had a couple
I compare
hits. He
you
was
to a
okay.
kiss from a rose on a grave.
His cover of "Fly Like an Eagle" from the Space Jam soundtrack is awesome. I listened to that more than
That
the Steve
was
Miller Band
Seal,
version.
wasn't it?
Well, because the Steve
Are
Miller
you
Band are
eating goddamn onion rings with a knife and fork? I might have to hurt you.
Who's eating? Wait, who's Costanza-ing their onion rings?
I am not. I'm eating buffalo chicken, and he's looking at me from an angle. So
Oh my god!
Why are you eating buffalo chicken with a knife and a fork?
it was boneless. Fuck.
That makes you less
As
sassy.
a judge, I eat pizza and fork. I'm one of those people.
Wow! Look at that video. Good
Oh
God!
my god!
Look
Oh,
at
the
that.
romance of Val Kilmer and the gigantic furry bat puppet.
I'm
And
sorry.
you know what? And you know what? Batman Forever wasn't a bad movie.
No, it's not. It's one of my favorite movies ever. Not just super. It's one of my favorite movies ever.
Ironically
Ever.
or
Ever.
unironically?
Unironically, I love Batman Forever. I'll say this:
Was
the
the one that
first.
introduced
I
the
also
nipple or
love
no?
Batman Forever.
Yes, it's the first one that had the nipples.
Okay.
Yeah.
I also love herpes.
I will say this: the first shot of that video from the movies, Nicole Kidman. Nicole Kidman's the hottest woman to ever be in a Batman movie.
Yes, but nothing
Excuse
compared to Cameron
me.
Diaz in
Neymar.
Mask. That was like her breakout thing. Both
That
That was her
with Jim
first
Carrey,
movie.
by the
That was
way.
like her
Are you
first
gonna-
thing
are you
she
gonna
ever did.
A mask now? Is this a video game podcast?
Yeah, it is.
Look,
I don't
Sorry,
know.
sorry,
Where the hell's
sorry.
Travis? He
Getting
needs
off
to
topic.
wrap this back around into the news stuff.
No, hang on. We're getting off topic.
Of
So
course
Star
we are.
Wars is bad now. Here's my 45-minute argument why.
45-minute argument.
This is so, John. This is usually there's two places that this podcast goes every single time. Miles says Star Wars is bad, and Alex comes in with the Cuomo quota.
Says the man with a Star Wars poster in the background of his shot.
It's
what in
not
the?
his house.
Oh, it's not your house.
It
John,
was playing so perfectly. I love that. Continue.
so
I'm
John,
sorry.
so
No, good
you
point.
don't- you're not
Star
aware of-
Wars TM branded Disney, Michael, is a bad film. No,
Oh, shut up, Rich Evans. Nobody cares.
All right, so John doesn't know about this. So I introduced the chat to some of the more regrettable Weezer lyrics,
Oh,
and
Jesus.
now Alex comes in for like 5 minutes, pops in to recite whichever bad Weezer lyric he finds on Rap Genius.
Thank you.
I saw that on the last chat. I was laughing very, very hard.
It's never from the Blue album, but there's a lot from, like,
Oh my God, this is
the
him.
Red album.
What?
This is the one guy that listens to us.
Yeah.
This is John. Yes. Yes.
Hey man, you made it to the big leagues.
I'm loyal to the brand. I do this for the culture.
The brand.
I'm going to the city tomorrow to see a David Bowie exhibit and a WWE live show. I don't give a fuck.
Hey,
What the fuck?
Wait. Go
Hang on,
back.
hold
can
up.
you
No,
can you
stop.
write about that David Bowie thing for us?
Who is this kid and where can I find him?
He's
it's-
one of our writers.
It's
Where are you at?
I'm in East Hampton, New York.
Damn it! We gotta go on a road trip. I want to go to a David Bowie WWE exhibit.
All you guys, well, I'm going into New York
David
City to
Bowie
do this. I would pay to see that. No, the exhibit is
Here
called.
comes the Thin White Duke. Beer, 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 beer.
And we have devolved.
I like how you use as David Bowie's entrance the World Star air horns. That's amazing. World Star.
Wait, so you're
You
gonna
could
see
have
that?
you could have a King in the Ring match with goddamn all of his all of his personas.
Well, I'd have to bring him back from the dead first of all. I don't know if you remember.
Okay, yeah, so there's that.
Oh my God! Wait, is this the Seether Nickelback duet from the Spider-Man movie that you're playing right now? Oh my
God! Yeah, it just kind of auto-played.
Evan, I know
So much
There's
butt
Chad-
rock. Oh my God!
There's
Awesome.
Chad Kroger. Well, what is the other? Is it Saliva? I want to say.
See
that dude?
No,
That
no,
dude
you're
looks
right.
like
It is Saliva.
That dude looks like a rejected Adam
It's
Driver.
It's perfectly okay. Like both of the bands are completely interchangeable. So
Yeah. And they've both been used by WWE's like jock jams. They've both been used in WWE promos.
This was a bad time for mainstream rock music.
Yeah.
And
Well,
WWE.
Let Chad Kroger have a solo hit.
it's not solo. It's a duet
is
with him.
so
It's
but
still him without Nickelback having
Yeah,
a
but think
solo.
about that. It's a duet between Chad Kroger and Seether.
Hold on. What is the name of this? Let me look this song up.
Hero.
Hero.
I know the song, but I want to know who the guy he's singing.
And they say that a hero
can save us.
It's the word.
I like that you have
Lyrics
two
that are
very
meaningful.
different Chad Kroger imitations.
Did you say Ed Kroger? I think your audio cut out. Oh my God. Okay.
Sure.
No, I prefer Ed Kroger. Chad Kroger's shitty cousin.
Ed
The other
Kroger.
dude's name is apparently Josie Scott. That's the other dude's name. Josie.
Hey, Chad Kroger, it's your brother Ed.
I was
You looking for that early 2000s butt rock sound? Well,
Oh,
Listen to this.
And it's just like a lawnmower.
Oh my God. Woof.
Oh, I'm so glad I joined this chat. This
Buzz,
is
your
great.
girlfriend.
Yeah. This is a video game podcast. We're talking about video games.
Hold on.
Oh my God. So
We're
yeah,
gonna talk about the new. We're gonna talk about the new version of the Raspberry Pi now. I imagine we're all.
Wait,
the Raspberry
when
Pi
did they
3.2
wait a minute. When
beta.
did they change the Raspberry Pi? What the? That was a left turn.
They just
So
updated it.
it is a video game that you can put like ROMs on it, and there is. Oh my God, there is a new Raspberry Pi.
I saw that message, Evan. We're having a good time on this chat. How
we're
dare
having
you?
a swell time.
You're just like, oh, they've made a new Raspberry Pi. It's like, no, that's actually happening.
Oh wow, really? I didn't know that.
All right.
It's a new update to it.
We've got.
Why are we not playing fucking Spider-Man 2, the game?
Yeah,
That was a fun game, wasn't it?
Because I don't have
Or the
a,
terrible N64 one?
Well, I have it on. I actually have it downloaded for Dolphin. I just don't have like the button mapping configured for my Xbox controller.
I had the version for PlayStation 1, and I played that all the time. I still have
as
it.
a
No. We're talking Soul Calibur 2. Spider-Man 2, the movie, the game.
Oh yeah, no, I had the Spider-Man.
Oh god, he's entered the nth dimension.
It wasn't based on the movies. It was based on the.
Is that you, Lord?
What?
Lord, I am Lord.
Yes, through a tunnel.
Where's Lord? Yeah.
I am Lord. Yeah.
Yeah. Is that you, Satan?
So, Funimation.
Thought.
Moving on with the news. Funimation. Moving on with the news. Funimation did a funny today.
Let's go back on the rails.
If she breathes, she's a
That's Sum 41. What the?
This is the same music video, by the
What
way.
in God's name are you doing? Put on Alien Ant Farm, you fuck.
Dude, Alien Ant Farm rocks.
There it is.
Alien Ant Farm is so underrated. How dare you?
Well, because they blew up with a cover. It's like, oh, who does that?
They
There
have
it
other
is.
good songs too. Movies, yes, that's a great
That's
song.
that's not a good song.
Yes, it is.
It was just the top-rated
This
music
is a great
video.
song, and it's weirdly a fucking revival of what was it? This music video brings back like everyone in the
You know this? They actually shot. This is the
It's
third.
just like
this is
the movies.
This is the
Yeah,
third
there's a Todd in the
video
Shadows
they
video
shot
on
for the
this.
single. They shot 3 music videos for this single. 2 of them before Smooth Criminal came out.
But they debuted with Smooth Criminal.
Yeah, no, the movies was the first single, and then they put out Smooth Criminal. It's like a saving grace.
I'm doing with my life right now.
Yeah, really.
So let's go back on the rails and we can find them. It's like here's the train, and then we're like wandering the desert like the Afflecks in Jerry by Gus Van Sant. We're like
We're
all the way over there,
under
like,
the sea
wandering
at
in the
this point.
desert.
We're not even on the track.
No, we are way off the side of El Paso right now.
So I'll be the mature one and try to bring this back. Should we tie in? Can we tie in Rise or Shadow of the Tomb Raider
Shadow
with
of the Tomb Raider.
the movie? We talk about.
we
Shadow
talked
of
about
the
that
Rise
briefly in
of
the
the
chat.
Return of the Tomb Raider.
Yeah, it's
So
just the
whatever it
thing
is.
that's happening, and the release date is, drum roll please. This is taking too long. What was it?
I'm gonna keep doing
What was
this.
the release date?
You did it.
Oh, here it is. What? April 27th.
What?
Wow, that's
That's a month away.
Hold
That's
on.
like a month and a half. No,
that's
it's
probably fine.
Well, oh no, hold on,
Oh
hold
my
on.
God, that's
No,
the
September
girl from Willy Wonka.
September
I just
4th,
realized.
September 14th. They're having a larger reveal event on the 27th of April.
okay. That makes more sense.
Yeah, so they're
Can we
releasing it
talk
this fall.
about- 'cause I think Travis and I were talking about this. Can we talk about the horrible like rollout for the announcement of this game? They leaked 2 separate, like 3 things that were not supposed to go out before. I think the announcement, the release date, and the trailer all got leaked yesterday, I think. And if that was like intentional, like corporate leaking, even that's just lazy. That's the stupidest thing.
Maybe they were just kind of like holding on to it, and they decided to just leak it to pull attention away from the movie because the movie's not good.
Well, no, my theory is that the movie is actually some of the best any video game movie has ever gotten ever. So they tried to ride that wave of positive Tomb Raider.
Did you see it?
Excuse me, somebody clearly hasn't seen Silent Hill
Or
I've never
Mortal
seen
Kombat?
that. I've never even played Silent
or Mortal
Hill.
Kombat.
That's my time.
Mortal Kombat is hot schlock, and I'm a big fan.
I love it.
That's our next table read.
Oh right. When are we doing the Street Fighter the movie table read? Let's decide it right now.
I
We're gonna do
call
it
dibs
after-
on being who's.
You,
I only
do
know
the
him
survey
as
and I'll pick.
I only know him as Gomez Adams in the Adams Family remakes. Who does he play?
Raul Julia.
Raul Julia.
That would be M. Bison.
M. Bison. I call
Yeah,
dibs on him.
everybody
how can we
everybody
forget
called
that?
dibs on Bison.
Of course.
It's the part of the movie.
For you, the day M. Bison came to your village was the worst day. For me, it was a Tuesday.
That's such a good movie.
Dude, Raul Julia is a fucking killer.
Raul Julia would still be.
curtain, wizard.
I feel like Raul Julia would have like a solid career if he was still alive today.
Oh my god.
Of course he would.
Can I play yeah, there it is.
Sure.
I need to do
Video game? Sure, you can play a video game. That's what this chat's for.
no, I need to play Jean-Claude Van Damme as fucking Guile. I need to learn my lines phonetically.
You need to get properly Jean-Claude Van Damme get completely sloshed before.
Here's what you do: you take
I like this plan.
marbles, swallow them, but not enough so they get lodged in your throat, and then you'll have the Jean-Claude Van Damme voice.
I will take this boat and shove it up your ass, Bison.
Jesus.
Who was the worst, Jean-Claude Van Damme or Steven Seagal?
Oh boy.
Who's worse? I'm saying worse.
Jean-Claude Van Damme has actually been in like good movies. I don't think like Time Cop. Time Cop's a good movie.
He was
I don't
in
think Steven
Kickfighter.
It's a
Seagal.
movie.
I don't think
That's a movie.
I don't think Steven Seagal has ever been in a good movie. Prove me wrong.
What was the one? He was in one with Kurt Russell. What's the one where he's in with Kurt Russell?
What's the movie with him? I'm gonna take you to the bank, Senator. The blood bank.
I just remember the one where he takes.
It's called
the
Executive
He's
Decision
like, "That's
from
my wife.
1996.
Fucking
None of these movies are any good.
No.
These are all bad.
I think Jean-Claude Van Damme, like, Steven Seagal always thinks like he hates everything he's doing. He looks like the most miserable person alive. At least Jean-Claude Van Damme, like, he has a sliver of charisma.
I mean, let's be fair. Once they invented like video on demand and Netflix, that man makes one movie per day. Like, that's pretty impressive.
It's Nicolas Cage these days, but you know, you don't want to put them on the same level as Nick Cage.
I would watch every.
Everybody wants to be on the same level as Nick Cage. We should aspire to be like Nicolas Cage.
I
You
would
want
watch.
to aspire to owe millions of dollars to the IRS? What's wrong with you?
He bought a mansion in my town and
Okay.
he never put in it. And then he sold.
I would watch the direct to VHS 2018 Nick Cage movie. If he's putting out a film, I don't
Which
care
one?
how I'll find it. I will find
I'm
it.
just saying, I like Street Fighter. That's Street. I'm looking at Street Fighter. Ghost Rider: Spirit of Vengeance.
The Ghost Rider films were great.
No,
Not
the second
good.
one was great, and that it was pretty bad. And also, there was a Wicker Man reference in it.
I love the Wicker
He
Man.
fire. I mean,
Anyway,
The Wicker Man is like I feel like the Wicker Hollywood will ever get into trying to making The Room. Like, because Tommy Wiseau made The Room. Hollywood didn't make The Room. Hollywood wants so bad to make something as iconic as The Room. They got close with The Wicker Man. They got very, very close.
because The Room isn't particularly profitable. It has 3 sex scenes, 2 of which are the same one. It's got like it's acted, directed, produced, and written by a fucking space alien. And like,
He literally is a space alien.
oh hi, doggy.
Oh, hi, doggy. So Tomb Raider. I mean,
Yeah, that's
is there
right.
any excitement for Shadow of the Tomb Raider? Is there any like? I mean, because as far as for the two, let me
Evan,
clarify.
why did you start playing soft
Shadow of the Tomb Raider.
pornography?
Is it another like prequel type thing? Is it another like origin part of the origin story?
No, it's sequel to the prequel of the remake.
what, the new game? It's
I don't know.
the third in the new trilogy,
The
basically.
new trilogy. Okay.
So they
but
basically-
it says like it journey Lara Croft's rise to becoming the Tomb Raider. I'm like, is she not already the Tomb Raider at this point? We've had 2 prequel games.
Well,
My-
she was definitely nowhere close to being the Tomb Raider in the first game because she was
Tomb Raider.
yeah.
Because she was famously quoted by saying, I hate tombs.
That's like in one of the games or something?
In the very first game, she goes into a tomb, does not get murdered by a trap, and goes, ugh, I hate tombs.
Because I guess the makers really liked Indiana Jones. I guess the makers of the game really liked Indiana Jones.
Yeah, they
It's like-
kind of
That's
Oh,
like the
God,
Tomb Raider
the fucking
fucking
Joker
Sonic
thing.
Boom with Sonic like just yelling about rings like out of nowhere for like the entire game,
Mm-hmm.
isn't it?
that's a problem that a lot of Hollywood stuff's having right now too, where they're trying to do this big picture character arc development stuff where you have this really well-known character that starts off in a place that they are unrecognizable, and then by the end of the series become the character you're supposed to know them as, except if it doesn't do well because that character is a piece of shit. Can you
Evan?
tell I'm talking about the Amazing Spider-Man?
Evan,
Yes.
think about it. Tomb Raider is officially Square Enix Eidos Montreal. I'm calling it now. At the end of the Tomb Raider movie, some just strapping lad walks in and he's like, "Hey, what are you looking for?" "Oh, I just got off of this big tomb raid. How about you, Nathan Drake?"
No, they're not. No.
Hold
They
on,
won't
no,
do
hold on. There was something where they tried to set up a cinematic universe apparently at the end of the movie.
Wait, like a Tomb Raider cinematic universe?
I don't know. That's what I want to find. Yeah, let me Google it real quick.
I've been debating whether or not going to see Tomb Raider tomorrow in the city, but I don't know.
I've been trying to figure it out myself.
No, do not see Tomb Raider. Do see Hurricane Heist.
Oh, Hurricane.
Yes.
It
Yes,
is being
see
called
Hurricane.
the greatest, worst movie of 2018.
Oh, come on, Aquaman hasn't even come out yet. Don't say that.
It's a movie where they try to rob a bank during a
And
It's
Solo.
perfect.
Like, let's be fair.
Solo is not going to be bad. Stop that.
Famous last part.
It's gonna be bad.
No, it's not.
Oh,
it's gonna be pretty shit.
Hurricane Heist bad. Don't
he's
insult
Travis,
the
thank
makers.
God. Hi, Travis.
Oh wow!
Hang
Can we
on.
get this back
Hang
on
on.
the train, please?
Hang on. No, someone just said Solo won't be bad. We 40-minute
We
derailment
gotta hash
here.
this out.
Travis, I would like to point out that I tried to keep this conversation on point. We were talking about Tomb Raider.
We were talking about Tomb Raider.
Oh, this is a classic podcast.
What the damn hell?
Hi, Travis.
Travis,
I-
they
I
started
was-
it. They
I
started
was
it.
watching right before jumping in to try to find a good place to jump in before joining the call, and Jesus.
It's bad, isn't it? We are all over tonight.
What happened?
The Star Wars is bad now.
We're almost an hour into this podcast, and we haven't really come
30 minutes. Call it 30 minutes.
30 minutes.
Oh, good.
Well, I was
Lord
saying,
Arceus.
I was saying, as far as Shadow of the Tomb Raider goes, I was confused as to whether or not if this is part of the continuous prequel trilogy that the new games have been going for, or is it past that? And is it
It's the last prequel game. Is what
last
they said.
prequel? Okay.
Yeah, basically what they're doing with these Tomb Raider games is exactly what they were doing with the Planet of the Apes movies.
Okay. Okay.
Oh, so at the end of it, she's going to suddenly turn polygonal.
Yes.
Well, okay, the funny thing is, the first Tomb Raider game ends with her like it's a big iconic moment. She grabs the two 9mm and you have to do a slow motion double shot. And I was like, okay, cool. There's your Tomb Raider moment. And then they're like, nah, fuck it.
Well, because it's not.
They made it just like a Hollywood movie. It's a big cock tease.
one-off.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, it made how much money?
No,
Okay.
no, I'm totally fine with them making more.
Enough.
I'm totally fine. I adore them. I can't wait for this one.
You know how much
But-
money it takes for a fucking Eidos game to get greenlit for a sequel?
God, right?
Enough.
Yeah,
So-
well, and sometimes you got to do two Deus Ex games simultaneously, and now that other Deus Ex game may never come out because
Oh wow! Did they kill it with human revolt?
Well,
And Mankind Divided.
You'll notice,
Mankind
despite the fact
Divided.
that those the
I was
Mankind Divided was being co-developed alongside a third game, and we haven't seen that third game.
Mankind Divided is the new one, right? That's the most.
That
recent
came out
one.
last year.
Yeah.
I think
Yeah.
I think the reviews
No, not
were
last year. It was 2 years ago now.
Was it really 2?
I was
Yeah.
crushed.
But
I was
thankfully-
crushed by that game. I love Human Revolution. I got Human Revolution without ever hearing Deus Ex before. I was in GameStop with my buddies in high school, and my friend said, "You need to try out this game. It's amazing." And it was only like $15 used, and I got it, and I played it for like 2 years straight. I absolutely love Human Revolution, so I was so excited for Mankind Divided, and I was so sad that the campaign was so short and there just wasn't enough to it. I was so bummed out by that. I think I may have been more upset with that than I was with No Man's Sky. And I was really hyped for No Man's Sky.
Oh, they
Oh,
got
I'm
poor
sorry.
Nick Frost involved in the Tomb Raider movie?
So the No Man's Sky got better.
Apparently Final Fantasy 15 got better too.
Final Fantasy 15 was fine the first time, but yes, it got better.
Actually,
Okay.
hold on. Do we want to talk about that real quick?
It's on
Because
PC.
it is on PC now, so it's got like a complete
I-
edition. But did you guys see or notice all the stuff going on with Final Fantasy 7, the remake?
I'm not a Final
Oh,
Fantasy.
before we do that, I've got one prediction that
Okay.
I want to make based on the fact that we're all talking about Square Enix games here.
Yep.
So Shadow of the Tomb Raider is coming out in September, right?
Right.
So if Square Enix has any business sense left in their stupid head,
Which they don't.
given September, October, and then November, what the lineups are going to be looking at, I'm calling Kingdom Hearts 3 for the 3rd week of November. Give Tomb Raider enough time to breathe, get far enough away from Red Dead Redemption, 3rd week of November.
Red Dead's coming out soon.
I'm calling it right there. That's when it happens. If it happens at all, right there.
Didn't they usually release in the spring?
Usually, but this is, Star Wars movies used to release in spring. There's nothing stopping them.
No,
well, now
really
it's just
not.
Avengers. Now it's just Marvel movies that get released in spring.
Yeah, right.
Star Wars is moved to December.
Anyway, now we can move on. That was my bold prediction that I made.
Has Kingdom Hearts 3 been confirmed for this year? It's coming out this year? Okay.
Yes. Now again,
that's
could
why we're
just be
seeing
full of
Sora
shit.
in. That's why we're seeing Sora in Smash.
We're not doing that
so,
tonight.
How close is it going to be to Smash Brothers accidentally, would you guess?
Well, that's the question of, does Nintendo have anything else to launch with their online service?
Actually, they might do it in September, even.
They might do Smash in September because of the online service. Now, that would mean we only have, 4 months between, everything to get marketing and new characters and everything realistically, so I don't know if that happens.
I mean,
Smash
they've
has
been doing...
always been like a December.
Smash
Brawl
sounds
came out
like
in,
the
March.
holiday game. If I were to say pick a holiday game, Nintendo, since Mario Kart's already out, your next biggest selling franchise is Smash. So
yeah, because you're not going to be. All right, guys, we need to print some Nintendo money. What big game have we got coming out for Christmas? Pikmin. Nailed
it. All joking aside, Pikmin probably would be a big enough holiday game for Nintendo, considering they've got a strong ass, year-long lineup.
I loved Pikmin 3. That shit was great.
Pikmin would probably be pretty well on the Switch, I would imagine, especially with online access. So are we guessing Smash would be around Black Friday, late November, or go far as Christmas sometime around Christmas?
Oh, it'll be before Black Friday, absolutely.
Yeah,
because you put that shit in a Switch bundle, done.
Yeah,
that's true. Those things will sell.
I bet they will.
You could even drop it in September with the online service, because you're gonna need something to convince people. That's my big question right now: is what's the game that you sell people? Because right now, everybody knows the paid services.
Splatoon.
Well, Splatoon would have been a good one, but they decided to delay. And let's be clear, if they're going to take the time to delay it, I'm totally fine with that, because, I'd rather it not suck ass this time. But, they missed it with Splatoon, and, they missed it with Mario Kart. Those would have been two really good ones. But now you have to either convince people to pony up to play Splatoon or Mario Kart, or you need a new game.
That reminds me. Sorry, this is just a complete interjection. We're going to go straight back to how fucking mad balls deep goddamn Smash Brothers is. But, Evan, I say we do a 4-man, no-holds-barred, online, dolphin-enabled Mario Party.
Can we do that?
We can do that. I have done that.
Let's do it. I will play Mario Party all the time. Anytime you ever ask me, hey, you want to play Mario Party? I will probably very rarely say no.
God, I haven't played Mario Party in so many years.
It's
That's
Can't
3.
go wrong, dude.
One more. Who wants it?
Cannot go wrong.
Before we're Shanghaiing you into this.
Blockbuster video.
You don't mean tonight. We're not doing that tonight.
No.
No. But we should do that. We should do that.
Yeah, we should. That would actually be dope.
So
I'd be down for that.
What's the next news?
Okay. Oh, sorry. Anyway,
Funimation made a funny today. Did you guys see that?
Yeah.
Since we're on
Speaking of Smash Bros. Oh god.
So, Funimation of America decided to tweet a Photoshop of a silhouette of Goku, stating a new foe has appeared, taunting Nintendo because they really want to see Goku in Smash, but that's just, a localization company, so it has...
It's just memes.
Memes. It's memes, John. You have a question on the internet. The answer is usually memes.
Nope.
Which
And,
leads to the question:
Okay, no, it's a crossover. They're bringing DBZ to Smash. Mario's going into Fighters. It's happening. Okay, it's happening.
I would
Why
like
Mario?
that.
Put
That would be
Fox in.
cool.
Sorry.
I was
Mewtwo is going to be the one to top Broly is fucking Waluigi.
I mean, he's already modded
surprised
in.
that Dragon Ball Z Fighters wasn't released on the Switch. I thought that would, because wasn't there already a Dragon Ball?
Xenoverse 2.
Xenoverse 2. Yeah.
Is that not a fighting game, or is that a?
It's kind of both.
It's
not
a
good
giant
either.
RPG.
Not good. Okay.
It's kind of a weird mix. Like people who like it really like it, but that's a very niche audience.
Well, I felt because since the Switch had that Dragon Ball game, I assumed Dragon Ball Z Fighters would also be on the Switch. I don't understand why they're giving it only to. It's PS4, Xbox One, and
If I had to guess, it's the same reason why a lot of games aren't coming to the Switch at launch. It's because no one expected the Switch to do well.
Right, and so they probably had dev kits, but only kind of tinkered with them a little bit.
Yeah, like Fighters is not the kind of game that would just came out of nowhere over the course of a year. Like this thing's probably been in the works for
Like
2 or 3
years at
years.
least.
Oh, I'm sure.
However, Arc System Works did take a poll. They do know people want it, so it might happen later. The Switch is actually equipped for fighting games. You can actually do wired inputs instead of wireless input for controllers.
And
so it is actually good. Huh?
And it's Unreal.
It's Unreal.
Yeah, it's Unreal. They could do it.
He's geared for.
They probably do need to do some tweaking though to make sure the frame rate keeps up.
Can I just say though, Arc System Works has been on fucking fire lately. Between bringing back Guilty Gear, BlazBlue is a game.
Oh jeez, no, BlazBlue, half their characters are DLC for the new one. Like 50%. That's not killing it. That's killing something.
BlazBlue was a throwaway game because Arc System Works had Guilty Gear taken away from them, to which they responded with, "Oh yeah? Well, we'll just make another one." And then all of BlazBlue is just copy-paste Guilty Gear. Like,
yeah, but this new one's got Persona 4 characters in it and fucking Ruby characters that Rooster Teeth show. Yeah, and that's what they're holding hostage.
The stuff
like,
that people want.
The stuff that people want.
Right.
It's like, come on. I'm all for DLC Fighters.
5 Arena.
Yeah.
I hope. I'd love to see that.
I'm almost sure of it.
Because we're getting a Persona 5 Dancing All-Star, Evan. Yeah. It's canon, buddy. You have to play it now.
Oh, what a threat.
Fine.
Anyway.
So,
next news story. Goku's a meme.
Yep, we got that.
No, it's not a meme. That's happening.
Hold on. Can we backtrack a little bit? Do we have information on this whole Drake stream?
Do we want to talk about that?
Is there anything to mention other than the fact that the dude earned $25,000 in the night?
Oh my god. Okay, so
not only Drake, but Travis Scott too.
Yeah, it's always weird hearing my own name. That's my middle name too. Scott's my middle name. So I'm just.
Is it really?
Yeah, it really is. Oh gosh, it's
now we got it. Well, now we have to get you to read some Travis Scott lyrics at the end.
Scott lyrics at the end of this. Yeah,
you got to sing Antidote.
That'll go over well. That's inclusive, right? No, so the freaking I hate that I was asleep for the cultural moment that was apparently this freaking stream, because it was something else, man. The first thing you have to understand is that Fortnite has been having a really big surgence. I think we even talked about it here.
Yeah, it's good.
We've talked about it several times.
As my friend who owns that bar has found out.
If they don't email me back tomorrow, I'm writing the story, by the way. I'm writing it. I don't care.
I mean, he's been tweeting about it. It's public knowledge.
Of Players Underground or Players Unite Battleground. And it's kind of
Plunkbat, you mean?
Just call it PUBG.
PUBG, and it's kind of like overtaken PUBG in terms of popularity. I feel like PUBG.
Oh yeah, absolutely has.
So here's what happened. So here's what, at least based on my analysis of Fortnite and how we got here, Fortnite's on the PS4. Like I know that's gonna hurt people who have computers' feelings, but a lot of people have the PS4.
Shit ton of people.
And a lot of people
on Xbox, all 12 Xbox One.
Exactly. The market share is so comparatively is there isn't one on it. There's no comparison. Nintendo's going to encroach on Microsoft's within a year.
Yeah, baby.
Oh hell yeah, it is.
With the fucking Switch of all things. So
Hey,
when
man,
you think
Nintendo
about that,
pulls it out every other couple years.
yeah, Nintendo's not going anywhere. They're like a
console
cockroach.
is Nintendo. It's time to shine.
They're
People
a
really
cockroach.
danced on their graves when the Wii U under.
That's because
Now they're just partying hard.
yep.
Dude,
And hopefully they don't
They're
fuck it up.
still rolling on Wii money.
They are. They really are.
And Pokemon
so
money.
and half of Iwata's paycheck.
Ouch.
No, it's true. Like he stopped getting paid his full salary when the Wii U started tanking. He didn't want to fire people, so he's like, I'm gonna take a 50% pay cut personally.
What a good dude.
Like I cannot stress enough how good of a person he was on the inside, because no suit does that. Anyway, so the Fortnite thing, Epic goes ahead and makes this thing. They make it free to install, free to play. It's got some shitty microtransactions, but that's par for the course at this point. And it's on the PS4. And then last month, and now mobile. PUBG's on mobile too, by the way.
Is it really?
It is really.
Yeah,
yes.
but Fortnite doesn't look like ass. Completely.
Fortnite has an art style to it. PUBG, it's kind of funny that it's broken because of how realistic it's supposed to look. But then last month,
That's its charm.
That's its charm. Last month, Twitch Prime had a tie-in with Fortnite. So there was free Fortnite loot for Amazon Prime subscribers. And those two things intersected at just the right moment for this guy Ninja's streams to just shoot right up. And
We've talked about this guy before, haven't we? Because
yes,
he broke
we
a
have.
bunch of records.
He broke a bunch of records. A bunch of Twitch partners cried foul. Twitch investigated. They're like, no, that's all legit. And it got to a point where even, fucking Drake was a follower of his on Instagram. And through Instagram, they started chatting, and this stream happened. And they were breaking records. He made $25,000 at least last night streaming with frickin' Drake.
That already happened?
Yeah, that happened. But
I'm literally watching a replay of the stream right now. It's amazing how he's just so chill at watching everyone play.
Yeah.
No.
Well, and here's the other thing is that they were on different platforms, so Drake wasn't even in the same game as him.
So my first question is: so who is this ninja guy? Is he not an asshole?
So we have now reached a point where I do not know of any asshole behavior, so I'm gonna go ahead and say no.
Hold on, I got
Yeah.
We'll find out.
We'll find out.
He's apparently been around for long enough that he has the Twitter handle @Ninja. Either
Yeah.
he got it from somebody or
No,
whatever.
he started as a I think I want to say not a COD streamer, another shooter game, not COD though.
Probably like Battlefield or something.
Battlefield or something. I'll look it up in a second because I literally was just looking at it. But anyway,
From
I'm sure. I'm sure we would have found out if something was glaringly obvious. I haven't heard anything. But here's where the story gets weird. So the stream's happening. It's taken off. It's out of control, right? And then 11:59 your guys' time, Evan, a.m.
Robert Morris University is.
Excuse me, you people? What do you mean, What do you mean?
I mean, you guys who are covered in snow right now.
Us chilly fucks.
That's very.
Hey man, we got another one coming on Tuesday.
Yeah, dude.
Christ.
Solomon
geez.
Grundy buried on a Tuesday.
Seriously. So 11:59 a.m., basically right around there. Kim.com shows up.
Who the fuck is
to the
that?
stream.
Oh, you don't
God.
know .com is?
Oh
The
God.
mega upload guy?
I'm just gonna send you his Wikipedia page. We don't have time to explain
You don't have
what
time
.com
to
is. Oh God.
That-
Okay, so
.com
is
shows
this
up.
guy?
What happens?
he's according to Wikipedia, a German-Finnish internet entrepreneur and political activist who
Oh,
resides
no.
in New Zealand.
Oh,
He's the now defunct owner or founder of Mega Upload. Yeah. So Kim, like I'm sorry, if anybody had on their bingo cards Kim.com shows up in a stream with Drake, you win bingo forever.
It is a very weird time to be alive.
It is a bizarre time to be alive. So yeah, Kim.com showed up. The stream, like the stream chat, all started to like demanding Ninja kick him off. And then yeah, eventually Travis Scott came in to join the stream, and then freaking Juju Smith of the Steelers joined the stream.
Really? Wow.
So this
Yeah.
That's like-
working hard on that
And
new
this-
album.
And this went on all night long.
I swear to God, if I hear a song on his eventual 2-3 disc 2 hour next album of Fortnite streaming things on one of his rap songs, I'm gonna lose my shit. I swear.
I'm playing Fortnite with Ninja.
This
'Cause
is
I swear
like
to
this
God,
is weirder than
I
the
heard
Ultimate
song
Showdown.
on More Life. It's got that flute sample. I swear to God, it sounds like the flute from Legend of Zelda.
And I mean, some of the clips
Down
from
like the
this.
pan flute from Legend of Zelda.
With the
Yeah.
Gora Gabora, the
Hey, Biggie was rapping about SNESs and Genesis, dude. It's fine. It's fine. It's normal. But yeah. But no, like you've got clips where like freaking Travis Scott is getting revived by Drake in Fortnite, and he's saying on the Discord, "Bless me with these hands, God's plan." Just like, I
wow.
cannot believe I missed this. But I guarantee you, this is going to be. I can't believe I'm saying this, but considering like the success this game has had on Twitch and kind of how Twitch has begun to supplant YouTube in the gaming, in the gaming sphere for a lot of people, because YouTube's kind of shit. We might have just seen another Minecraft moment happen. Maybe
It's a possibility.
Well, now that everybody knows that Drake and Travis Scott are probably never going to go on a stream or go accidentally on those again. Because people are just going to get like Twitch accounts and something to just like
So how it says like
spam the chats.
so what you're saying is that like because of this stream, Fortnite might become like the next game that enters like the general public consciousness as like the next like runaway video game type. Bad.
It could be
it very
because
well could. We could
PUBG
have
was
seen that
on its
happen.
way there, but is like Travis said, limited by its platforms, which is just
What-
the
what-
natural smaller
PUBG
install
almost
base.
seems like
Oh
was the
yeah,
last-
and
now everyone's already forgotten about it by
oh yeah, and spoiler alert: Fortnite is made by Epic, so getting it to work on the Switch in Unreal 4 would be easy as pie. And if I had to guess another game Nintendo's got in its sleeve for the September online service,
Oh hell yeah,
Being-
absolutely.
in
Yeah,
fact, I would
if-
say
if-
their third-party support would be perfect if they could secure this.
If this game goes on the Switch, then that's chicken dinner to
winner, chicken dinner.
Good shit. But here's the other thing.
Delivered.
We had
Hang on.
we had another news story down
Can we give
below,
Brian a raise?
but Microsoft talking about like going cross-platform with a lot of their titles, and I'm wondering if maybe they are in talks to get PUBG on Switch regardless of the situation with Fortnite.
I don't know about PUBG,
Yes.
just because there's some things that I don't think Nintendo would enjoy on there.
Probably not. But I think that Microsoft kind of wants to, because they have been talking a lot lately.
Well,
and it's like-
that Microsoft isn't the publisher of PUBG though. Like they just have partnership for
They just-
exclusivity.
They just
Yeah,
have
throw 'em
partnership.
some
Okay.
cash.
Yeah. So the reason PUBG's on the Xbox One is because the Xbox One has an early access program,
Yeah, that makes sense.
and PUBG on the Xbox One is actually still in early access. The
Oh, God,
PC
of course.
version is
the full release
final
one,
release. Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's why it's even on a console at all. And that's the other factor in all of this too, is that one of these games is technically not fully out yet. But in the case of Microsoft, I mean, I think I've said this on here before, but I mean, what are the chances we keep getting dedicated video games machines past this point?
What do you mean by dedicated video games machines?
I mean, I'm talking about consoles specifically, because, I mean, and let's be clear here, Microsoft has been thinking this for a lot longer than everybody else has.
Oh yeah,
because they tried to turn the Xbox One into a multimedia device, and it didn't work. Nobody liked it because they were shitty about it. But fast forward even just a handful of years, everybody's got a Chromecast. Everybody's got freaking Internet of Things stuff in their house, and Alexa or whatever.
Even PlayStation 4 is a great multi-purpose media device.
Yeah, and they're beaming content from their phones, from their tablets to their screens and back and forth. And we know that this is where it's going because Nintendo released a console, and the console's single solitary gimmick, like primary function, is the ability to decide what screen your content is going to be on at any time. So if anybody's going to go full ham and make an actual proper, like, kind of like what Steam wanted with the Steam machine, but to an even more extreme degree where it's literally just like a device, I'm almost certain that's where the Xbox becomes.
I predict the Ouya makes a smash comeback.
Who did I see? There was somebody who had turned an old like an Ouya into like a piece of bling.
I bet.
It's better than playing games on it.
I was gonna say it's better than playing an Ouya.
Well, wouldn't if the PlayStation 4 device, don't you think the PlayStation would be getting there first before Microsoft?
Except for the fact that the PlayStation is basically holding Sony afloat.
That's true.
Lord knows it's not their pictures division.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Like the fact that they still have a pictures division. Yeah, their pictures division is just bleeding cash, but the PlayStation 4 did so damned well that it's holding the rest of the operation together.
Especially now that Netflix has Adam Sandler on the room for another 4 movies, struggling for cash.
Fuck off, Columbia.
Yeah. So,
Ryan,
so yeah, at the end of this, like, I actually had Sony pegged for it.
I mean, what
I had Sony
as far
pegged.
as like consoles going away in general, I don't see that ever happening because, I mean, there are a lot of trends about video games.
Well, I don't necessarily mean that they're going to go entirely away. They're going to change. Like,
Yeah.
Like, we're not going to see disc drives anymore. We're probably going to see more streaming-based content.
I think disc drives are going to stick around for another generation.
It's like with CDs. I miss the rush because CDs are slowly going away. I miss the rush of going out and having the physical CD in my hand, and I would hate for the game.
Don't be fooled. That's nostalgia for you because I guarantee you in 10 years nobody's gonna give a single fuck.
The fact that
no, I want it. I want physical games.
You buy physical games?
Yeah, I always buy physical games.
Yeah.
Check out my Switch library. I have to carry with me all the time.
I only have two. I only
buy the
have two physical copies. I only have 2 physical copy Switch games, and it's Breath of the Wild and Mario Kart 8. Everything else is digital, and I couldn't be happier about it.
Well, see, and that's the thing is that ultimately convenience is going to win out. And here's the thing: like the music industry wants to control everything, the film industry wants to control everything, but nobody wants to control every aspect of the experience, like the goddamn game industry. And they've wanted to go all digital for so long. They see what Steam is making, and they want that Steam money. They want that iOS money. And Nintendo probably just made the console that makes that transition happen. And honestly, again, with Microsoft moving towards, again, like supporting PC games, going multi-platform, I do see them now being the ones to pull that trigger.
I mean, Microsoft with the Xbox, they were, this might be a stretch to say, I don't know if it is, so pardon my French, but they were really sort of the pioneers of online gaming with Halo and the phenomenon that started. In
sure, Halo 2 was pretty much the thing. Yeah.
Lord knows it wasn't the fucking PlayStation 2 with goddamn Phantasy Star Online.
That
It
was
surely
a
it wasn't the
Dreamcast.
It wasn't the Sega channel.
Or
I'll tell you
Final
that.
Fantasy 11. Yeah.
As much as Sega wanted it to be, though.
Speaking of, we can use this thing about physical media and going to sort of segue to another legit video game story, which is Toys R Us going out of business.
Fuck Mitt Romney.
Jesus.
Travis has the right thing. Well, the reason why this is a video game thing is because they are one of the biggest video game sellers in the country.
Oh yeah, what happened
Apparently
to
not good enough.
Well, okay, so here's the thing about Toys R Us.
Travis
Toys R Us
has it,
going
yeah.
under. They weren't in debt until they got bought by a couple of capital investment firms. One of them being Bain Capital, co-founded by one Mitt Romney, who will likely be my future state senator. So I apologize in advance.
Just take him off our hands.
Yeah, God. Orrin Hatch said he was going to retire, and within the hour, Mitt Romney changed his location on Twitter. So he had it listed as like Massachusetts or something, and he changed it to freaking Harriman, Utah. I know where Mitt Romney lives. I could get there in 20 minutes.
Don't say that out loud as much as
And
you're
by the way,
Like I could just drive over there and say, "Hey, Mitt, you suck."
That's nothing to brag about. Don't brag
I could
about
drive over there with a hatchet.
No,
So,
God, no.
Throw a copy of
Alright,
the
so
Anyway,
Book of Mormon
this
scripted
should tell
in
you-
his window.
this should tell you everything you need to know about Bain Capital. So among the companies that they've either acquired or invested in include Sports Authority, Gymboree, Brookstone, and iHeartRadio, which just went out of business yesterday as well.
Yeah,
Ah.
so they use these companies to push
killing
their
it.
debt. Yeah, they push their debt onto it. So Toys R Us was actually doing well. These guys came in, put $5 billion of debt on them, and Toys R Us was spending more money than they could pay off to even meet their payments for that debt that they got saddled with.
That would do it.
So
Also
it has nothing to do with Amazon. It has nothing to do with the toy market or video games. It's Mitt frickin' Romney.
By the way, just for the record, Bain Capital is one of the co-owners of the holding company of Burger King. So remember that when you buy a Burger King sandwich, that they are co-owned by the same three investment groups that are putting Toys R Us out of business. And
I'm sorry, hang on.
Well, welcome to the Capitalism Sucks Hour.
Hang
I
on.
haven't bought Burger King in like years.
I agree.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Communism forever, comrade. let's back it up. Ryan,
Hi.
Burger King sandwich is incredibly generous.
I used it on purpose.
I believe the term you're looking for is a sadness stack.
those things. I've never cheeseburger as limp before, but I think
Ineffectual. I would describe their food as ineffectual.
Yes, can I have a triple pounder limb biscuit?
Let's put it this
Yeah.
way.
Don't
They
bring
call
that
their
in.
food a Whopper.
But yeah, I'm by the way, I'm not being political with this or anything. I'm just
You're just stating the facts.
Make-
man.
I am.
making y'all aware that
I am.
that Toys R Us is owned by
Mitt Romney.
these venture capitalist groups. Well, not
Fuck
him
Mitt
directly.
Romney.
It's owned by Bain Capital, Vornado, which is has some ties
Owned
to
by NATO?
Vornado, which has some ties.
The Alliance of Countries.
Oh.
It has some ties to a certain Jared Kushner. And the other one is
Oh.
Spielberg Roberts. They're owned by three venture capitalists. That's what siphoned them out of all their money. And as a result, a lot of toy companies in the United States are on the hook because Toys R Us is going away.
Yep.
So yeah.
Yeah, that's
Hey,
like
I've
like
got
Chuck
a
E. Cheese closing. You know what I mean? That's like Chuck E. Cheese going out.
as another depressing segue. I have a story about Notch that I just saw.
About
God,
Notch,
man.
Notch.
Mr.
Notch.
Minecraft himself.
The Minecraft creator.
Oh no! Please tell me it's not Notch found dead under pile of money in cleverly created.
It would be pile of candy. But no, this is about his brand new alt-right leaning friendship with Captain James T. Kirk.
Oh,
Wait,
What?
with William Shatner.
In the continuing bizarre reality of game personalities crossing over with real people, Notch and Shatner bonded over their love of the band Death Grips on Twitter last night.
I'm sorry, which one of those do you think is the real person?
Notch is not a good person, I'll say that.
I mean, William Shatner is a 96-year-old windbag. Like, I love this, but that man...
Are you aware of the things he says on social media?
Oh, no.
I think that's why he said that way.
I didn't even know. Wait, Shatner is an alt-right guy, or he's a...
Well, okay, he's been getting red-pilled on Twitter quite a bit. He's been bitching about SJWs and
I think at this point he might just be like
geriatric.
No, an anarchist. Like just I think he just likes fucking with people.
And so
as long as it's that Captain Kirk and not Chris Pine.
No, it's not Chris Pine. It's William Shatner. But yeah,
Pine, dude.
You leave Chris Pine alone. That man is a treasure.
God damn it.
William Shatner today, this morning, retweeted Notch tweeting about the Death Grips. So, but I do love the club for this story because
William Shatner made a movie in Esperanto.
They wrote as a reminder that Death Grips are busy producing an album with the director of Shrek, which makes sense because, as it turns out, this world is indeed gonna roll you.
I want to make a Death Grips reference, but I hate them.
Fuck you! Give that man a raise.
God.
So that's your. Oh God! What the? 2018, man.
I don't know.
2018.
I'm sorry. Like I literally just thought. Oh my God!
I don't believe that for a second. I don't believe that for a fucking second.
What else do we have in our?
Is it proof how incredibly old I am?
Better.
That
yes. Yes.
I'm watching Fortnite footage on Evan's screen, and having seen maybe 2 minutes of this game played in action, this looks like a video game that they use on like NCIS to be like the evil video game maker created.
I'm sorry. PUBG looks more like that video game.
It's like the game that traps the kids' minds in Spy Kids 3.
Yeah.
Who made a reference to that recently?
Why is this game so Why is this game so like neon colored? It's way too like these trees are way too bright.
It's cartoony.
I assume this is supposed to be the family-friendly alternative to PUBG. I guess that's
yeah. That's a part of it. That's the that's the other thing. Kids can play this one.
Yeah, that was the other fact.
TF2 is the family-friendly alternative to Overwatch.
Where's my Sasha?
Hey, you leave Overwatch alone.
TF2 has nibs in it. People get blown into stumps. You throw piss. Kitty!
Yes, I have the cat out.
Kitty!
All right.
Can we get a better news story? I'm really sorry I hijacked.
That's okay.
Hey, how about the one from Kotaku about about pro?
The one that you put in about the union?
Yeah. That should be something that Travis would...
I think it's funny that pro gamers want to form a union before the people that make games have a union.
Well, that and voice actors and
I was going to say, did the voice actors get their?
Voice actors do because they're SAG.
Yeah, they got most of what they wanted, so they're back to work now.
Damn straight.
But did you hear also as an extension of that, Ryan, that GDC is going to have an anti-union panel?
I'm sorry.
Huh?
Well, it's the union against the union. That's kind of.
I really hope it's a bunch of 1920s union busters and like jackets and like you're not going back to work.
Prohibition era. Yeah.
It's execs, you know, they're saying they're talking about the pros and the cons of unions and everything, and a bunch of independent developers are like, nah, I've seen this shit before. And so like Scott Benson, who the lead on Night in the Woods and stuff, he's making pro-union pins and is going to hand them out at GDC all weekend.
Nice.
How's that Night in the Woods interview going?
When the mobile one gets announced, I'll let you know. I'm still trying to get a comment on the Fortnite bar.
There.
Have you heard this, John, by the way?
About the Fortnite bar? I remember you talking about it.
All right, so for people who missed last week...
The saga.
I have a friend of mine who is a co-owner of people who like own this bar in Providence, Rhode Island as a collective. And the bar's called Fortnite, like after, you know, the period of time. And since this game launched in November or so, when it like started like really, and especially now that it's like the biggest game in the world, people call up the bar thinking that they're the game because either they find the number on
Google
or they're idiots, and they just leave these just angry messages on the bar's phone, and they're all great.
And they're all children.
They're all children, just screaming about guns in the game, and
that was always my favorite part of GTA 4 Online, was hearing children just screaming, just obscene things while just throwing rocket launchers and cars and helicopters. It was just it was just endless entertainment. Just hearing them
disconcerting
scream.
Hearing like a preteen voice like just scream all these obscenities over this answering machine, and I don't know if they have like an answering machine message that says bar or if it's just like a straight like regular thing. Because man, if they do have a phone number that has a message with like, hey, this is a bar in Providence, Rhode Island. It's not the video game. We're still calling them. It is once again perfect.
So good.
My favorite part of working at GameStop was denying small children Grand Theft Auto 5 because I was there for like the launch week.
Oh yeah, I remember some of your stories on that one.
There is never more sadistic joy than saying, "Oh, I'm sorry, sir. This game contains multiple prostitute murders," and then watching just the child's face just turn sheet white. Oh, great!
I love GameStop stories. You have like a.
I mean, there are some working at GameStop, especially our GameStop, is exactly what you'd think it would be. It is nothing
smelly.
But just
Smelly.
It smells like regret, guys. But
It's nothing but what?
that's not Team Spirit.
So like, what? Like, do you have like a favorite GameStop story?
It's
All the theft?
no.
What about the
was-
Walking Dead one?
Which Walking?
Was
Dead
there a
one?
Walking Dead one? I thought you had a story about that.
I mean,
Never mind.
that's kind of what we would refer to our customers as, but
Oh yes, they are. Also, the heat is always way too high inside of GameStop.
It's kind of weird, right?
It's almost like they want to perpetuate the identity of BO.
there's just it is like if you're looking at a good way to get into the games industry and you think that GameStop is a good place to start, don't. Just don't.
Literally anything else.
Literally, and like it's everybody who worked there was awesome, but that place was like our Vietnam. Like every time I see one of them outside of that place, there's a
The
part
1,000-yard
of
stare.
blast over, and like, because there's always like if you stop in any GameStop for more than 5 minutes, you'll hear the same 10 commercials loop a million times.
Oh, I know.
It's like some sort of torture. Like it is akin to blasting, like
Nickelback in a Canadian drunk cell?
exactly. Like it
They did that. No, that is actually true. They actually did that.
That was a real thing.
Yep.
It is akin to some sort of psychological torture. Like, I distinctly remember the Assassin's Creed Black Flag, yo ho, yeah. Like, that will live in me forever. That haunts me.
Reminds me of like when I used to work in a movie theater. Like
me too.
Hey.
Bobby. I have the trailers for If I Stay in the Box Trolls stuck in my head for like 4
Oh
years.
no, the box trolls.
Yeah.
That's what got that one summer. The one summer I worked in Bed Bath and Beyond, and there was
I'm sorry. What?
He worked in the Beyond
You
section.
worked in Bed Bath and Beyond?
It was one of 3 jobs in the summer I was living in Boston. Yes.
Oh my god.
You don't want to know the other two are.
In your
Nah.
defense, everyone probably needs
He
3
was
jobs.
doing it for the
Four to
nookie. Let's be fair.
So what happened at Bed Bath and Beyond?
No, there was just a
Oh,
room. There was a
no.
Roomba thing that was on a loop exactly like that, and it was,
There was
only
a
30
Roomba?
seconds.
What the Rumble?
Yeah, it was a Roomba advertisement that was like a jingle,
Oh my god.
and
How
it
much
was
stuff
only
did
30
you steal?
seconds long, and it constantly looped.
How much stuff did you steal from Bed Bath and Beyond?
I don't remember. It was a blackout period. I think I just hid in the pillows.
And anybody who asks you that is a cop.
Yeah.
Yeah, what do you call the cool blue Gatorade? Nice try, cop. All right, so
You're a cop.
Sony.
You have to tell me that you're a cop, right? That's how that works.
So this week, Sony was a dickhead twice. Once
Holy
because
shit.
they don't want to do crossplay with Xbox and Switch on Fortnite, and Microsoft reps were trying to call him out on that. And they also don't want to publish Super Seducer.
Good.
I
Yeah.
can't believe we didn't do that video.
I don't know if I'm comfortable doing that.
I mean,
No, don't
yeah.
Be endorsing it like, wow, here's that new hot game, Super Seducer. Whoa! But like,
No. Don't show any footage of this.
Well,
game.
this is Video Game Donkey. You don't know Donkey?
Don't show any footage of this game. It
is
Unsettling.
it is the man whore choose your own adventure. It is frankly fascinating.
It is actually that.
That's
Like,
brilliant.
almost exactly.
It's really bad, and like in a almost
It's like a Night Trap. It's like a Sega.
Yeah,
Oh my God.
it is like night. It's like a Pornhub version
oh
of
my
Night Trap.
god, it's Night Trap.
Yeah,
Night Trap.
it's-
They're gonna find you.
What?
I
Plumbers
cannot believe
don't
that
wear
it
ties to the
exists.
video.
I
That's
cannot.
what it is.
I cannot believe people actually paid money for it.
I called it the douchebag Goosebumps Choose Your Own Adventure, but yeah,
Look
I
at this
must
guy. Look
I
at
much
this
rather
awful
prefer-
man
Oh
with
my god!
awful
Isn't it?
glasses.
It is incredible how it just exists.
I am a big fan of the Bang Bus fucking Night Trap.
I love that. Like, he puts on his glasses when he's like doing the thing, whether like the
Wait,
bingo
what is-
screen.
wait, this isn't Night Trap. This is Plumbers Don't Wear Ties for the 3DS.
Oh gosh.
That's exactly what
God, talk about a deep fucking cut.
This
That's
dude,
the Sega CD.
this dude
My
looks
God.
like the Geico caveman.
He's like one of the Geico cavemen.
he looks like he should be fronting a bad indie rock band.
Oh my god.
It's real bad. And like they give you the joke answers of like walk up to girl, what should you do? And one of them's like football tackle and like there's like there are all these bad
Who
answers.
is that for? Chris Brown? What the fuck? Who? Football guy.
Don't make a Chris Brown reference.
He was just in a thing.
That was too
Video
tight.
in my head.
I have a recommendation. Watch the music video for Freaky Friday.
I was talking about that at the start of this chat.
It was so funny. Oh my god. Watch it right now. It's
Oh my God.
hilarious.
That
Don't-
video,
Don't
that
give
video
Chris
is
Brown
so
any
bad.
inputs.
I'm literally writing down a list of all the things that are wrong in that video.
Oh my god. It's not even about Chris Brown. It's just Lil Dicky is the shit, and that was hysterical.
Anything with Chris Brown is why are they all shooting at me?
I don't know.
Any video with Chris Brown is immediately about Chris Brown. Like
Because God forbid Chris Brown make anything that involve him being
A decent human being.
Yeah.
I
True.
can't believe that Little Dicky was part of the 2016 XXL magazine freshman
He
rapper
was
lineup. Like,
actually
Wait,
one of the best ciphers or one of the best freestyles.
He actually
he was there with like Little Uzi Vert and Jack Black, and there's Little Dicky.
All people.
Yep.
And he
Wait, is that
out-rapped.
real?
Yeah, he did a cipher, and he was actually one of the better ones.
Yeah, he might have been the best one of the 2016 class. Him and Denzel Curry, I think, are the best ones of the 2016 freshman class. And God forbid anybody know who Denzel fucking Curry is. They gotta put more
He
money.
has a Wikipedia page at least.
Yeah, I'm sorry, Grandpa. I don't.
Your Lil Uzi Vert, who's the terrible. Lil Uzi Vert, he's the guy on Bad and Boot. He uses Scott Pilgrim as a visual reference, but he doesn't use it at all in any of his raps.
He's the guy who does the All My Friends Are Dead song. That's where you know.
Yeah.
He sucks. He sucks. He's overhyped.
He sounds like
Lil
shit.
Yachty is better than Lil Uzi Vert. I love him.
You went on this tangent on the last music podcast I did 1,300 years ago.
I
About how much you don't-
just heard Lil Yachty.
Wow,
do-
was Jesus on it?
It's,
Yes.
Oh my God, Grayson.
the new Lil Yachty mixtape is not that bad. You've got to cut it down to 10 tracks from the 17 that are on there, but it's pretty good.
So computer
Yeah,
games.
stretch out, take out the
People-
chafe.
computer games. What else do we got?
We've got the fact that we got 2 companies that are doing major hiring sweeps right now. One, Final Fantasy VII Remake, that's been in development for way too long.
Oh boy. Oh, do I love this Final Fantasy news.
Do you?
They are hiring major core developers for less than 30,000 USD a year.
Yeah. And not only that, the quote here by the producer.
I'm
Why-
being paid more working for Verizon than Joe Schmo making Final Fantasy. And I can tell you, with my work ethic, that's not good.
So the producer's
There's
quote,
no work ethic.
the producer's quote
there's
was, while it is a satisfactory level in terms of reproducing the original with high quality graphics, we have reached the conclusion that we should aim for another level of quality that can meet the expectations of fans. I'm thinking that indicates loot box. Or maybe they need to cut some out, maybe?
Well, so you do remember what happened before this, right?
No.
They were not working on this completely internally because Tetsuya Nomura was a little busy. If you catch my drift, he was a little busy. And so CyberConnect 2 was helping with the nitty gritty.
Okay.
They were helping with the nitty gritty of development.
Makers of Asura's Wrath.
Well,
good game.
Also makers of good shit. But Nomura looked over their work and decided he didn't like a damn thing. So
did he pull a Ken Levine on it?
Well, no, but he did tell Square Enix to terminate the contract with CyberConnect, and they basically had to walk back a whole bunch of stuff. And this must be the second wave of moving that development internally.
Okay.
So it's probably just a part of that. I'm not gonna sound the alarms.
I will.
Because Square Enix will definitely exploit the hell out of the Final Fantasy name, but again, 15, they managed to not fuck up 15, so I'm willing to give this one,
It only took 14 years.
Well, no, it took a decade to get it out of Nomura's hands and the hands of somebody who wanted to deliver a product. They got it out, and the fact that they've been dedicating a whole lot of resources to a game and putting a lot of those resources out without charging for them, I think speaks a lot about what that particular department wants from the franchise.
True, but
and
there's only 4 re-releases so far for the one game.
Well, when you get right down to it, all of it's been reasonable. Heck, lesser studios would have put out what they did for the Royal Edition and made everybody who, like me, spent a fuck ton on the Collector's Edition buy it again. And they're like, no, there's just an upgrade for the content you're missing. Here you go. It's just one of those things where, I mean, there's probably no reason to have a freak out about this other than people are like, as soon as they announced Final Fantasy VII Remake, they expected it to be like half done, and they just always forget how this stuff happens. I don't know why. Like, you like, people are like, Kingdom Hearts has taken 10 years to come out. I'm like, no, it's taken 10 years for us to be waiting for it, but they didn't start development until they said that they started development. Like,
Right.
Is it stupid? Yes, it's stupid, but that's how these guys do.
Well, and I think a part of it is they're probably learning how to market these things so that they set that expectation too, because it's like you got something like a Hollywood film, right? How often do they announce the creation of a movie, and then there's so many people that pay attention to the film production that they understand the process of somebody, brainstorms it, writes it, and then they get the director, and then they do the casting, and then they spend like 8 months maybe in production.
Oh, yeah.
If it's that big.
Oh, yeah.
Actually, that's not that long. Maybe for something like a Avengers, but.
And then they fire their directors, and they give their lead actor acting classes.
Exactly like that.
Right.
Say Solo's gonna be good again. I dare you. He'll defend me.
Oh, Solo is probably going to be good.
It's gonna be trash.
It'll be passable at the. I don't think it'll be shit. I mean, they got away with Rogue One, so
I think it'll be better than Rogue One. Rogue One was fucking pointless.
Do not choke on your aspirations.
Okay, so everybody makes fun of that, but I absolutely adored that. I absolutely adored sarcastic fucking petty Darth Vader.
I didn't like
petty Darth Vader is my jam. I'm into that.
Darth Vader looks so awkward and out of place in a movie in 27.
In that movie, he looked like he was wearing the Ruby's costume.
He looked like he was wearing a Halloween costume.
That's what I said. Yeah, the Ruby's Halloween costume. That
Right.
plus the dad joke, I didn't buy it for a second.
No, and when he was swinging the lightsaber around like he was holding a broomstick, like a 5-year-old was holding a broomstick pretending it's a lightsaber, it was the lamest fucking thing.
Yeah, that movie was bad.
This probably doesn't say much about Rogue One because those two things are my favorite parts of the whole damn
I will
movie.
say, like, the last
Star Wars is bad now.
And they wasted Donnie Yen.
The climactic battle on
Okay. Star Wars wasting Academy Award-winning skilled actors is like a tradition. You kind of have to do it.
Did Donnie Yen win an Academy Award?
I don't know if he actually won.
Donnie Yen's just the shit. I mean, I don't care.
No, but I mean, like, they waste good actors all the time. That's what Star Wars does.
Oh, yeah, Felicity Jones was an Academy Award winner. I keep forgetting about that.
Yeah, you like Star Wars wastes people like that all the time. Like that's tradition. That's like not putting a lightsaber in it.
Well, Star Wars
never did anything after.
movies not for the acting prestige. They do it because they like shooting fake lasers, or they want to pay.
And fucking saying pew pew.
Oh no!
That was good.
I love that story. That's
The
my
last
jam.
the final fight in Rogue One, the fight on the beach, that is the closest we've ever gotten to a live-action Halo movie.
What?
And I'm fine with
What
that.
am I being recommended on YouTube here?
That's upsetting.
Oh, so Miles and I found something today. Remember how they said that Tom Hardy was supposed to be in The Last Jedi?
No, he has a stormtrooper cameo. Tom Hardy.
Like
They
Dan
released
Craig.
it online today.
Oh, really? Oh.
It's in
Yeah,
the
they would
elevator.
publish it online.
Wasn't Prince Harry also supposed
They,
to?
He
both of
wanted
them
to, but it didn't pan out.
Was that like something like how In Sync was supposed to be in Attack of the Clones?
Oh God! Right?
Do you remember that?
Yeah, I do.
That'd be
I don't
great.
remember that.
Hang on, what?
George
Yeah.
Lucas's daughter was a fan.
Oh, of course.
He wanted to put all 5 members of In Sync in like the big Jedi battle in Attack of the Clones.
Jedi?
Why did I just do this when Why did I just do this with my hands when I was like talking about the Jedi? That's weird.
Because everyone wants to hold a lightsaber. George Lucas's son gets killed in Revenge of the Sith, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
I love that. Dad, I'm finally in a Star Wars movie. Yeah, you're gonna fucking die. Oh,
God.
You're my least favorite child.
Anyway, do we have any other news?
Twitch Prime actually cares about people, and not only do you get free games per month with Twitch Prime, you get to keep them forever.
Oh, okay. So here's the
We're
shitty thing
sponsored.
about this. Here's the shitty thing about this. Are you ready?
What's the?
So
wait, there's a shitty thing?
Kind of. Kind
Okay.
of. So while Amazon has been funneling resources into making Twitch Prime better, they've been taking away from the benefits to people who use Amazon Prime for games, like retail releases, at like the exact same pace. So within the same week of these new Twitch Prime benefits getting revealed, Amazon starts telling people that any remasters, ports, re-releases, despite the fact that they're being sold as new games at full retail price, are no longer eligible for that Prime discount they were giving everybody.
The Prime discount on Amazon was never really good anyway. If you were gonna
It's
get
20% off.
Best
Yeah.
Buy thing, man.
It's
Yeah,
the same thing as the Best Buy thing.
No, it's not, because
Well-
they always remove that discount after a short promotional period.
Well, yeah,
They
sure,
always
they
did
do.
that.
Like,
No, but
now
Best Buy
it's-
doesn't. They just straight up
No,
leave
I
it
know.
there.
That's
Yeah.
why I have the Best Buy one. I'm not
This
an
game
idiot.
brought to you by
But-
Best Buy.
No,
But,
don't do that.
But
That's a bad idea.
Yeah, no, Amazon keeps gutting it because now that so they started first like Toys to Life stopped counting for it, then Collector's Edition stopped counting for it. Then they reduced the window after a game's release that the 20% off would cover for, and now this they just keep gutting it. Like Twitch Prime's getting better, but actually using Amazon Prime to purchase video games is getting worse. Consistently worse, and it's kind of fucking hilarious to me to see that.
I'd rather have the Twitch, I'd rather have the Amazon Prime stuff. I don't give a fuck about Twitch. Like,
Well, I mean, like getting 3 to 4 games free a month is pretty dope if you already have Amazon Prime. Like,
that's sick. Don't get
Oh,
me
wait,
wrong,
do
but
you
I'd
have-
buy a little more
Do you have
physical
Twitch? Do you have
thing
Twitch
that-
Prime if you already have Amazon Prime?
oh yeah, wait, you guys don't know? Yeah, Amazon
know
Prime
that.
and Twitch Prime are the same thing.
No shit.
Yeah,
Ed, where you been?
Well, that's
yeah, they're the
magnificent.
same thing.
That sounds great.
So that's
Kevin's
a
a
part.
little late to the
That's
party.
a part of why subscriptions on Twitch are such a big deal right now, is because literally anybody who has an Amazon Prime account can go give a $5 subscription, which turns into cash for a streamer.
But they can.
Um,
do you have unlimited subscriptions?
You
as
get
Prime
one a
user?
month.
As long as you
You
have
get
Prime,
one.
yeah.
You get one a month.
Oh, so it's just like how Audible works.
Yeah, basically.
Okay,
But that turns into
Why do you
actual
get that?
payments to the streamer in question. So it's actually a really big deal. And going back to us talking about Ninja and everything, a majority of the subscriptions he has been getting have been those $4.99 Prime subscriptions. So he's literally making a ton of money
Love you.
off of some kids taking advantage of their parents' Amazon Prime account. Realistically,
So did they
He's
end the
getting some
beef
deals.
with Dre?
huh?
Oh my god, I just realized something. Is it funny that that Drake is playing with a guy named Ninja, and Ninja from Die Antwoord still has huge beef with Dre?
Does anybody even remember Die Antwoord?
I do.
I mean, I remember.
When your peak is when your peak as a rap career is in the worst movie of Neil Blomkamp's career, I think
Hey!
hold up on.
No, their peak was that Hey Arnold meme.
Wait, what?
There's a Hey Arnold meme.
There's a Hey Arnold. Yeah.
Are you talking about those rappers that were in Chappie?
Yes.
Yeah, that's Die Antwoord.
Leave
Yeah,
it
the
to,
dude's
leave it to
name-
fucking Miles to bring that up.
The dude's name is Ninja, and he hates Dre.
Yeah, because Drake's popular and actually job. Die Antwoord sucks.
No, there's more reason. There's actually a really interesting video on it. Because they snuck into a Drake concert and they hated it. And so they said some rather unfortunate comments about Drake. And Sony's like, "Whoa, you can't be saying those words, sir." And they pulled them from the marketing on Chappie. That's why their name is off of the thing. It's like they're bleached from it.
What, did one of them say the N-word or something?
The other fun F word.
Ah!
Oh, yeah.
They called Drake the other fun F word.
That's not fun
No,
at all.
I mean,
Oh.
if he's gonna go that route, I'm sure that more women would probably sleep with Drake than whoever the ninja dude is. Because let's be honest, in terms of handsomeness, I think Drake beats that dude in that category, along with sex appeal. So let's not point fingers here.
No,
Agreed.
true. I like Diane Ward. I think they are amongst everything else. I think they're just they've got a wackadoo style that you don't see much anymore. Of just like, oh, these are crazy people. That's neat.
They always just came up as like insane clown posse light to me. I never had any reason to take them seriously.
I don't know. It's like, oh, this is different. I don't know how to process. Okay.
Yeah.
Jackie was great. If you think of it as a non-Neil Blomkamp film, it's great.
Think of it as a non-Neil Blomkamp. Well, I can't because his style and his settings is all over the.
Oop.
He's here!
He came back.
Alex!
Hi, Alex.
Hold up. All right.
So Star Wars is bad now.
Star Wars is not bad.
When I show up just to antagonize me?
Rogue One is just not good. That's all we're saying.
Rogue One was never good. Rebels fucking ate shit on the landing.
You take that back.
Everyone's saying it's great. Okay, so my internet's terrible, but I can.
We'll do this quick then.
Okay, did you know that Star Wars has a time machine?
That was Dave Filoni is a badass motherfucker for pulling that off. I'm sorry. We're not going to agree on this.
What did I interrupt my Critical Role viewing to pronounce here?
So you need to let's find him a good, bad, Weezer song. Have you?
Okay, no, hang on.
There's,
No,
okay, hold on.
Oh, I have one. I have one. It's perfect.
No,
All right.
no, hang on. Dave Filoni and the crazy person who lives under his hat is a crazy motherfucker.
Dave Filoni
Yeah,
is
it's
a
amazing.
man with a cowboy.
All right.
There's
so
also a
today
song that's just called "Where's My Sex." I'm kind of.
Yes, you.
That's
I'm
the one.
kinda-
Do it in honor of Tomb Raider.
Pause,
All
and
right.
then breaks itself.
So, song that I have for you today, Alex, "Turning Up the Radio." Rivers Cuomo wrote.
I don't think it was on purpose.
this song.
Cool.
So I need some context for this song, Alex. So Rivers Cuomo did a series of videos where he had people the commenters on YouTube write a song with him.
What's this called?
Turning Up the Radio. It's from their worst album, Death to False Metal.
Up
Oh,
radio.
Not Hurley.
Oh no! It is 13 newly recorded songs. They might be old, but they're new recordings. That is a studio album. I consider that as a music critic to be a studio album, and it is the worst album they've ever made.
Oh wait, I think I have that. Somebody gave that to me. Like they gifted
They
it to me
didn't
for
want-
Christmas because they
What
didn't
did
want.
you do?
whoever did that probably hates you. Jesus.
It was my brother.
Okay.
Wow,
That's
this is-
bad.
So turning up the radio. Is this what we're going with?
Yes, it is the song Rivers Cuomo wrote with a bunch of people on commenters on YouTube.
Okay.
So
okay,
Hold on, what instrumental am I doing here?
something really calm and chill. I'm gonna do
Regulate.
like
Screaming
do, like,
Fidelities by Josh Borg-Commercials.
I'm gonna be doing like a really calm, like Coast 103.5 soft radio voice for this.
Oh,
Hold on, Ryan. What was the name of it?
Okay.
Screaming Infidelities by Josh Borg-Confessional. Emo
I'm
song.
gonna get intimate with this. Are we ready?
Hold on. Yeah. Hold on. Instrumental. Screaming Infidelities instrumental. Karaoke version. Perfect. All right.
So here are the lyrical stylings of each of you commenters plus Rivers Cuomo.
This is.
Are we the YouTube commenters?
Excuse me.
Is that our band name?
This is Turning Up the Radio by Rivers Cuomo. Watch it playing in my ear. You got a fix of what it is I want to hear.
That's a bad rhyme.
Coming through the frequencies and the airwaves. You say I'm acting like a fool? Hey man, back off. You don't look so cool. With your button-down shirt, tie smack. Man, you're so whack. Let the music play. Let the good times roll. We don't care what you say.
Rivers Cuomo is the human personification of a man sniffing his own fart.
Turn it. Turn it. Got to get it louder. Turn it. Turn it. Let me hear you shout it.
This is the worst ASMR video I've ever seen.
Yeah.
Get yourself together. Turn it.
No, softer.
Waking up your neighbor.
More sultry.
As I start my jam. Tuning into the stations on the stereo. Don't you
Oh my god, it's turning into NPR.
It is turning into NPR.
I got style for miles and
I
miles.
was trying to kill me.
And especially you, Miles.
God, that Costanza pose after saying that. Perfect. That's good.
Everybody, clap your hands. Grooving to the way I roll with my rock band. You know we're gonna turn back time to the
Leave it to Rivers Cuomo to call his band a rock band.
That is not even the only time he's done that.
We play the hip music.
Let the Mohawks grow. We don't care what you say.
I
We're
feel like
turning
Rivers
up
Cuomo
the
is in some sort of
radio.
hipster beat poetry.
Turn it.
Like,
Turn it. Got to get it louder.
This Tiny Desk concert sucks.
oh my
Turn it.
god.
Let me hear you shout it.
I bet this man sucks live.
Turn it. Get yourself together. Turn it. Turn it. Waking up your neighbor. It's the rock. It's the roll. It's the pop. It's the soul.
So did he sing
It's
it
the
and this was
funk.
just written by YouTube
The
commentators?
hip hop. Oh, DJ. Don't you stop.
There it is. There's the sex reference. Yeah, this is a Rivers Cuomo song.
It's the hits. It's the flops. Billie Jean. And She Bop.
Okay,
It's the cream of the crop. Oh, DJ.
Ryan,
Don't you top. Turn it all the way.
Ryan,
Turning up the radio.
as our locally renowned music critic, what are the odds of you getting an interview with Rivers Cuomo?
Get it louder.
0.
Because, like,
Zero.
let's be real, the man has nothing else going on right now.
Let me hear you shout.
He has that cruise that he did. You know, Weezer has a cruise, has a Caribbean
Get
cruise.
yourself together.
Weezer.
Please
Turn
be
it.
lying.
Turn
I'm
it.
not. I wish I was.
Waking up the neighbor.
We've done ASMR.
Thank you. That was turning up the radio by Rivers Cuomo.
Rivers Cuomo.
Can I just point out that the
Pronouncing his name like
Evan
that.
posted of Rivers Cuomo looks like Johnny Knoxville, fuck the Verizon guy. Like, can you hear me now?
Is that Rivers Cuomo?
That's Rivers Cuomo.
Oh, wow. He looks like a douchebag. He's got
What did you think he looked like?
That's his face.
We're all gonna
face.
get fired from our jobs.
Nah. All right. Do we have anything to add, or I think this is a good place to close, right?
Alex, you have the voice of an angel. Thank you.
Thank
you, Alex.
No, thank
May we
you.
never run out of bad Weezer.
as long as he keeps making them.
Well, we could always change this to like being like the thing.
I mean,
I mean,
Yeah.
what is that? Because next we're gonna have to have
I mean, we did also say like that we go through his Twitter. Can I find some gems here?
We had that
please.
screenshot from his Women's March tweet last week.
Oh God, though
We didn't
I was
talk
too
about it on
forced to have
stream,
sex
but,
with a woman.
as I search Twitter for Rivers March, no. There's not a march for Rivers Cuomo.
Okay.
Okay, so
Yes.
you want to know what his
That man
most
has
recent
troubles.
tweet is? Not even making this up. Most recent tweet by Rivers Cuomo is friend zoned by a chihuahua.
What?
That's it?
Oh shit, guys! His second most recent tweet. My new
Damn,
solo
I was
track
not-
is dropping tomorrow. That's what we're doing next week. That's what we're doing next week.
Oh my God! Wait, what does he have solo in the words? Is he doing another one of those records?
Hey, I guess
Lord only knows, man.
I guess the Knoxville fucking the Verizon guy
Verizon
is
guy.
like pretty ubiquitous because his other tweet says, "I told the haircut lady that I wanted the Rivers Cuomo, and she knew exactly what I meant."
But by the way, if you're wondering what Rivers is now, apparently he was on a song with the group AJR that is the #1 song on alternative rock radio right now.
God, that's a thing.
Yes,
Oh
He has-
God, I feel so old.
he's on the most popular song on alternative rock radio right now, featuring Rivers Cuomo as a guest.
Ryan, can I just say that sentence has aged me 10 years? Rivers Cuomo is #1 on alternative rock radio.
It's the 1990s all over.
Oh God, the dream of the
Stop being
90s
an
is
audience.
alive on alternative rock radio.
As
Two
long
days
as it
ago,
isn't
just
Imagine Dragons.
having a cry, no biggie. Weezer made me paint my nails like a girl. Girl spelled with a U.
Girl.
Girl.
Oh,
Yeah, it's how Goofy says it.
Yeah, he's saying things like, "Why wasn't I in the Silver video?"
Girl.
We're apparently getting a new Weezy album sometime this year.
I hated the last Weezer album.
I'm
Which is a shame.
INFJ. What are you?
Ugh.
Okay,
Hate
so the next
anybody
one
who
is
says
we're gonna
those
have-
things.
We're gonna have Evan read out Evanescence lyrics.
Oh my god.
Oh god.
You mean you want the essence of Evan?
Yes.
This
Okay.
man are-
I mean, we
Miles,
get the essence we need
I
to
mean,
be
like
so
you're right. Like, how did you read my mind? How can you see into my eyes like they're open doors?
Hey man,
Boo.
life.
Yep. Well, better get better at my lyrically.
this should be good for you, Alex.
Okay, you know exactly what I'm thinking of.
Did
Wait,
you
guys,
know that?
Wake me up inside. Can't wake up. Wake me up.
What, the Daredevil
Oh,
training?
No, the old people.
Oh.
Okay,
Here's
this
one
is this is another real life Rivers Cuomo tweet from 6 days ago. Today I started crying while masturbating and listening to the new Angel Olsen record. How's your weekend going?
I saw that
Don't do
tweet and
that
I
to
loved it.
angels.
I gotta look at this.
By the way,
It's incredible.
by the way, Alex, here's if someone doesn't drop that slow track tomorrow, here's what we can do next time. So did you know that Rivers Cuomo has a J-pop side project?
Oh fuck yeah!
I'm
It's
sorry.
it's nowhere near
Yeah,
as good as
it's
Cara
called-
Cara
it's called-
Bonito Fight Me.
It's called
hang on.
Scott and Rivers. It's with the lead singer of the band, Alistair. The album went to #1 on iTunes Japan. I do not. They are quote unquote an album of original songs sung in Japanese together. So do you want to? So you be.
Is it in Japanese?
It's in Japanese. Rivers Cuomo singing in Japanese. Yes.
Rivers Cuomo singing in Japanese.
I
Like,
think his wife is Japanese,
God.
actually.
Oh my
Yeah,
god! Tell me,
he
did
has
you know?
a-
marry the girl from that
Evan?
song.
He married
on.
the girl
Why
from that
why
song.
am I looking at this tweet in reality? Oh
Hang on.
god.
It's a real thing.
Hang on. We need to make a Rivers Cuomo AMV where he is an anime hero. It's Rivers Cuomo over the original Full Metal Alchemist intro.
Nope. I'm not participating in
Ready
that
steady,
sinful
can't hold me
behavior.
back.
There it
Ready
is.
steady, give me good luck. All right.
Here you go. Here you go, Alex. Do something with this either right now or this. This is "Homely Girl" by Scott and Rivers. It is in Japanese.
No. Why?
He calls her his homely girl?
Homely Girl is the name of the single they put out in Japan. Yes.
Okay, wait. Am I trying to read this in Japanese, or am I reading the translation?
Okay, hang on. Is Rivers
Whatever you
Cuomo
wanna do.
famous? Is Rivers Cuomo famous in Japan the same way?
Very famous in Japan.
Is he famous in Japan the same way that Japanese T-shirts with nonsense English words are famous? Like that.
Oh, I love the mistranslation of the word fuck in Japanese, because it shows up on like sale signs in English, like because it's supposed to translate to something completely different.
Yep.
But do they ironically like Rivers Cuomo? Like,
I don't know.
American pop superstar.
Definitely, I think Japan is one of the only few places where make still frequently loved and remembered, aside from myself.
Okay, let's put it this way. Lady Baby is not nearly as big as Rivers Cuomo, and Lady Baby is my shit.
Here's the real question. Is Rivers Cuomo as popular in Japan as Jesse and the Rippers were in the late 90s?
What a deep cut.
I know.
Wow.
I don't know if anybody else would remember that.
Why would you
my
waste
gosh.
that on us?
Wait! Excuse you!
It's with the presence of a Full House reference on this podcast.
Hey, it could have been worse. I could have made a Fuller House reference.
Oh,
But that means we all were trying to watch Fuller House. BAM! Roasted!
Bam.
I like this kid. This is a good kid.
All right. Any closing notes? Any special
No
video
more
game
spat
send-offs?
now. Buy Deadly Premonition.
By Deadly. Hold on. So,
Am
if
I-
God forbid I'm ever able to make T-shirts from this podcast and profit from them, it's going to be three slogans: Cuomo Quota, Star Wars is bad now, and Buy Deadly Premonition.
I'm very cool.
Sweary would be okay with us making one. God, did you guys? Okay, here's my last thought for you for the night.
Please.
Did you guys see Sweary make a loss meme
Yep, that's
last
the one.
week?
Where?
incredible.
Send it to me.
We sent
Now that
the
I
link.
understand, the lost meme, I need to see it.
He made a loss meme, and I couldn't believe it.
Is that the miscarriage meme? Is that what that is?
Yes, from Control Alt Delete.
The miscarriage meme, yes.
From Control Alt Delete.
I'm just gonna be like reading Cuomo tweets like in the
By
background.
the way,
Keep going, guys.
By the way,
So good.
Alex, that's another thing that we could do with you. We could just like Alt Delete because they're as bad as Rivers Cuomo lyrics. It's a bad.
I'd say. I mean, you could do the practical emo.
Can you love me?
We can't do Linkin Park anymore because that's too sad.
And also, the
Sometimes
lyrics are pretty
rich,
good.
Am I right?
Like their early stuff, though, when you're in middle school. Man, this band really speaks to me. I am
Yeah.
also sad.
It's painful.
Yeah, I mean,
how
what's
much I
wrong with
relate.
that?
It ain't
So I want to
I
stress
don't-
that he did this in September of last year, and I'm only just finding out that he did it now because he's been retweeting it.
Cuomo?
No, Sweary. Like, he's been retweeting it with stuff with, like, is this memes?
I love swearing. I love
Oh
swearing
my,
so
oh
goddamn
my
much.
god.
Is music getting better?
Oh, he did
No.
Oh my god, this wow, this is a lost meme.
He did a loss meme. And I guarantee you he is drunk off of his ass right now, too.
God bless him.
Oh,
Lost
oh
has
my-
just become.
Oh my god! Wow!
All
I'm sorry.
you need
Wow!
is 7 lines.
Wow.
That's it. That's all you need. And it's,
I love it. I love it. Oh, that's what I want to leave you all with.
Loss has gotten up there with the steamed hams in level of meme creativity.
Yeah, why is Steam? Never mind. I'm not gonna ask about Steam
Oh
hams.
no, go ahead.
No, I don't want
Why
to know.
memes get popular? Because there's no
I
logical
look
explanation.
like a lesbian. And then I have an awkward silence with myself.
Are you remarking or are you reading more Cuomo?
I've been reading Cuomo this whole time. What do you think I've been doing?
Okay, because I thought you just had like an epiphany of I look like a lesbian.
No, Rivers had this epiphany, so I had to share it.
As a final remark, I'll leave you all with despite all the negative press that it's been getting recently, I'm still somewhat excited for Far Cry 5 when it comes out in a couple of weeks.
That's a
Do you
mistake,
let me
and I
at
don't. I'm sorry for you.
More power to you. Someone else can review it. I can't put more effort into a AAA game right now. I just finished Zora Magdaros on Monster Hunter World today.
Congratulations, your buddy. You're a third of the way there.
You made it to high rank.
Finally get to do high rank. I'm like, God damn.
Just in time for Pickle.
Oh, I'm so excited for the pickle.
Devil Joe.
Thank you for
Are we
joining
all
us on
going
this
to see, or some of us going to see Tomb Raider this weekend?
I'm not.
Wrinkle in Time.
Now there's a bunch of people who. Now that there's a bunch of people here who will get that joke. Monster Hunter World now featuring Dante from the Devil May Cry series.
Yeah.
And new funky.
Man.
Dude, Charge Blade's my favorite weapon, and his weapon's a Charge Blade, and I'm like, yes!
It's sick.
Oh,
I'm a beautiful person, and all my fans agree.
did you put the swearing meme on the stream?
I did. I did put it on.
Good night, everyone. There's
Good night.
your loss.
We're
I
done.
don't think there's a Weezer song I don't like.